People recognize CBC for what kind of students they put out.
The classes at CBC were great and the teachers were very helpful. They really took the time to do one-on-one with you if you had questions.
I was told that I wasn't college material, and I proved them wrong. And without Columbia Basin College helping me, that would have never happened.
I wanted to do something that I could be proud of, and CBC has opened that mindset for me.
It is a high quality education. I felt like I had very, very good professors.
Every CBC student story begins with someone.
My CBC connection started with just one.
My Columbia Basin College connection started with just one.
My Columbia Basin College connection started with just one.
Every student's story begins with someone.
Nursing is something that I've always wanted to do. I have a son that's 10 years old and he's special needs. We lived pretty much up in Spokane from the time, in 2006 is when he was born, up until 2009. We were constantly either being shipped MedStar or flown up there due to his special needs. And another crisis happened. He started having seizures. That was just another medical diagnosis we had to cover and be sure that he was stable. And being in and out of the hospital, being able to see how important, those skills are for the patient and for the family, being able to see how they work one-on-one and really support the needs of the family and the patient. It just really, I fell in love with it, fell in love with the profession. I have 5 awesome kids. Their ages range from 19 years to 11 months. And on top of, I know I've mentioned Noah's medical needs and how much time, but I do have an 11-month-old as well, a baby that I take care of and go to school to. And without CBC Foundation being there in the scholarships, without that first belief and that spark of hope, I probably would still be working just to barely survive, if even that. I mean, our needs were minimally being met, but it's very challenging because, we don't have the financial support like having a husband or all my family are back in the Midwest. And to sometimes even have to decide, am I going to get toilet paper today or is it going to be milk? You just seem like, oh, how am I going to get through this? It seems like you've not really failed, but you've pictured something different for your life, and then once you get awarded something like a scholarship, it's really boost my self-confidence, and I can wake up and smile again. For a long time, I'd wake up in the mirror and just have this gloom, looking in the mirror, just saying, when, just another day. I was just living. I mean, I wasn't. And now I'm thriving. I mean, I've got a future. There's light at the end of the tunnel.
Education changes lives in immeasurable ways, unpredictable ways. I'm a big advocate, Dade Muller is a big advocate for education. The ability to pursue an education is getting harder all the time. When I went to college, I started at a community college for economic reasons. I couldn't go to a university, I couldn't afford it, and it was so much more affordable then. It's almost impossible today, and especially for people like Heather who have so many challenges. I'm just in awe of her story and everything that she's overcome. But it's hard for everybody, and helping students attend higher education is the most fundamental thing that we can do as a society. We need to help each other more and more.
being able to give somebody light again, to want to look in the mirror and say, you know what, by 2017 my life is going to change once I graduate, and being able to become a very valuable citizen in the community again, and hopefully being able to give back to such a great foundation. But that was just my first step, that hey, I can do this. There's other people that believe in me, and the impact that my kids are going to be able to see. I've sacrificed time away from home, but in the end it's to make all of our lives so much better. But it's remarkable. I mean, you just don't know how, in what ways it's going to impact people. So, thank you.